Hello, y'all, and welcome back to Bryce and Bigham. My name's Bryce. Nathan isn't here today. He has officially moved to Little Rock for med school. He just finished his first week, and in that same time, I started my master's at Johns Hopkins. So it's been a hectic little while, but just figured we'd make a couple more videos and say what's good. So I just wanted to give a bit more in-depth of my music room, maybe a little pedal tour. It's been a little while. Yeah, so let's hop right into it. So first up, I want to start by giving a little tour of my record and CD area. This is my pride and joy. So for the record player, got my favorite little Infinity Cat slip mat. And this is the Project Debut Carbon Evo with the Ortophon Red. So this thing's a fucking beast. I love it. It's great. Here's my Death Consciousness record, the most soul-crushing album ever. And for the receiver, I've got the Harman Kardon HK495i. Now this thing is awesome. Basic. I don't have the antenna for it because I never listened to the radio. But yeah, it works pretty cool. But all my stuff's hooked up to it. I've got this dual cassette deck, which I love. Big set guy. Yeah, I got Taking Back Sunday in there right now. And Pool Kids. Good choices. And this is about like a third of the record collection. But one of my favorite things I have is the 200 disc like CD jukebox. This thing is amazing. And I can, I have Carson to thank for that. No, don't start playing. There you go. Yeah, but you can load 200 CDs in this bad boy. And I don't have too many. I'm still missing, a decent chunk. But honestly, that's fine. That's cool. I've got a shit ton of room for more CDs. If anybody has Rex, let me know. I'll make it happen. Yep. And then, yeah, these are all my records. I've got the new ones mixed in with the old. So, but the pride and joy. Like, I love this one. This is the Bowery Electric first EP. That's great. But I need to upgrade my shelves. I'm really running out of room. I've got my CDs in like full cube format, which I'm not sure is the best way to store it. And then for my speakers, I've got these two Mirage audiophile bookcase things. I picked those up in Chicago. Those were a total bitch to move. I had to walk about half a mile, like back and forth with one speaker each time in the snow. Would not recommend. Worth it for the setup. All right, now I'll do a little guitar review. This is my setup that I normally play. Got the Epiphone Les Paul Custom Pro. Thing's awesome. I think the quality's better than Gibson. That's my personal taste. And this is my pedal setup and amp setup. For my amp, I'm running the Line 6 Catalyst 200 watt. I like it because it's super clean. If you set it on the clean channel, you can kind of run whatever through it and be perfectly fine. And then I got this pedal board. So I've got the holy grails of pedals. So first in the chains, the MXR Dynacop compressor. Can't go wrong with that. That's great. Then we got the Big Muff Pi, but this is the one with the tone and wicker switches. This is the shoegaze staple. Smashing Pumpkins recorded a bunch of albums with this. My Bloody Valentine. Pretty much every band has the Big Muff in it somewhere. Now this is a sleeper hit right here. This is Snarling Dogs pedal. I picked this up for 90 bucks. Had no idea who the hell made it. Obviously it's Snarling Dogs, but I love it and I think it's funny when you turn it on. The eyes glow red. But this is kind of like a Big Muff, but it's got a little more chunk to it. Yeah, it's a big boy. It's a big one. And then for my overdrive, I've got the SL Drive Exotic. There's 4 dip switches inside. And you can kind of use it to emulate different amp cabinets and everything. So that's a pretty cool addition. It's $20 Dan Electro black metal distortion. Don't know how I feel about this. It's there. I rarely use it because the amount of feedback that it makes is nuts. Like, call the cops. It sounds like there's a dying deer in this person's house type of shriek. Boss Super Chorus. This isn't the first version, but great chorus pedal. I use it for pretty much everything. The tremolo, don't really have too much of a use for this. I need to figure out how to use that more. It's just a little too wiggly for my taste. Slapback echo. This just gives some depth to your sound, even if you don't use the echo. I mean, I still flip it on. You can blend it. It's just got blend and gain, and then there's 3 little time settings. But if I turn it on, it kind of makes my sound a lot better. And then I've got this JHS 3 Series reverb. Basic, but it does what I need. And then I picked this up yesterday, like the Joyo analog delay, but they totally sold me a fucking lemon. Like, they sold me an absolute lemon of a pedal. It was like 20 bucks, so it's not worth returning, but pretty much like none of these knobs work. And when I plug it in, it's pretty much just a pass-through pedal. It does absolutely nothing to the sound. So just slightly peeved. Not the end of the world. Maybe I'll get out the soldering kit and kind of see what's up. But yeah, that's that. I know it's a quick little video, but just wanted to check in and say what's good. If you guys have any pedal wrecks or guitar wrecks, tell me your favorite strings and stuff. I'm a big fan of the DR Blues. And then for my acoustics, I use String Joys because they're made in Nashville. But yeah, let me know. See y'all soon.